We've got some of the elite players in the world on a Saturday night in Minnesota. It's the battle of the W's in the PLL, and who's going to take the W between the Whipsnakes and the Waterdogs in the first rematch of the 2022 season. The Whips won that first battle week 2 in Charlotte in overtime against the Waterdogs. They're the only team ever to go 5-0. They did that back in the 2020 bubble in Salt Lake. Meanwhile, the Dogs got off the schneid last week.
Lockdown defender, he's all over the field for the Waterdogs.
Yeah, 77 in lavender is the reigning Gate Brothers midfielder of the year in the PLL. Connor Kelly with the first shot. Courier on the rebound. Dogs on the board first.
Right on cue. Gets the ground ball off the face-off. Scores a goal, and this goal is defined by patience. A lot of guys will shoot the ball right away off a rebound. That Zach Courier, he gets Bernlohr completely off his track. Bernlohr has to flare out in desperation because of all the fakes. That's sick.
Air Courier. He just was named the NLL Transition Player of the Year, basically named the most well-rounded player in the league.
As he should be. Let's see the speed of 22 for the Waterdogs. Michael Sowers, there's space back here.
Michael Sowers has registered at least 3 points in every game this year, and Kark right on cue. He finds the back of the net.
You have to support this matchup. You have to show at the pipes a little bit. He's too fast. He's too explosive. That is no knock on Matt Dunn, who is a world-class defender. You just don't have the speed to deal with Michael Sowers' first step because no one can. And when he's back there on an island, the Whipsnakes need to communicate a little bit better in terms of showing. But the problem with Sowers, if you show too much, he will destroy you with pinpoint accuracy type dishes. I'm serious, it's the same angle when you turn around.
Got to get some shades. 3-zip Dogs. Ryan Conrad.
You talk about the versatility of Zach Courier. Ryan Conrad is a chameleon midfielder as well. Put him anywhere on the field. 2019 national champion, first-team All-American from the University of Virginia. He's a throwback guy who can play both sides of the field, but also some versatility. He's a predominantly right-handed shooter from the midfield. The Whips scout him well, but he makes them pay with the lefty laser.
Shooting. Rambo around the screen. That's a good place to start. Rambo fires, and the Whipsnakes are on the board.
Ice in his veins, big-time competitor. Frustrated a few times on prior possessions, things weren't going the Whips' ways. Give it to 9 in red and good things will happen.
Blaze Reardon, of course, won that award in addition to the MVP. Angle is there, shot is not. Ward denies Brad Smith.
Sweatpants save. You laugh, it makes a difference.
It really.
Baggy sweatpants on a 6-foot guy. I don't think it doesn't make a difference.
8 saves for Dylan Ward, most of them with the body. 3 minutes left in the first half. Shot on the run is pure. Ethan Walker with the lefty rip.
When Ethan Walker was a freshman at Denver, first time I saw him shoot, I said, this guy shoots differently. I flew out to Denver his junior year just to sit down and break down his shooting stroke. It is a thing of beauty. Automatic, complete flow, hip rotation, in wrists, otherworldly. Got the mustache rocking now. Oh, look at that. That's an aggressive mustache.
Throw that up against maybe Mike Manley for stash of the PLL. I'm sure I'm forgetting some. There's some glorious stashes in this league. Whipsnakes come right back. That's Connor Kirst. Foot was on the line, so it's a one-pointer for Kirst.
Kirst is in an interesting spot today. No Ty Warner. They're down a man. Kirst has played offense his entire life outside of 1 year at Villanova being a two-way guy. If you put him on the wings and you put him on defensive shifts in unsettled situations, he's 6'3", 225 pounds, and can absolutely hammer it. His play with no Ty Warner is critical today.
For a goal in the first quarter. Sowers recollects with 90 seconds to play in the second quarter. Michael Sowers turns and shoots. Michael Sowers has 2 in the first half. Speed kills.
Speed kills, give the man what he wants. His eyes lit up in the huddle for Coach Copeland because he wanted the rock, because he knows in space he cannot be denied. Gets above goal line extended, and when he gets the first step on you, it's just bye-bye.
Here's Gutterding. Justin Gutterding trying to find some space. A minute left in the first half. Lefty shot is pure. Brad Smith makes it 5-3 Dogs.
This release is absolutely gorgeous. It is textbook overhand. You see the split? Continue to roll. We're going to freeze it right here. You see the release point. Brad Smith, and roll it now, understands changing of levels against a red-hot goalie is critical. Look where he goes out of his dodge. It's a great split. Sells the middle of the field, but the release point, it's gorgeous. It's overhand, right to the bottom corner. Like if they're shooting with low angles, the way that he's playing the pipes.
Woo! They start with a 2-ball. Brad Smith beats Ward down low. We're tied in Minnesota.
That ain't low angle. That's middle of the field, staring at 36 square feet. And this ball is screaming. Smith behind the arc for 2. I don't care who's in cage. Dylan Ward red hot. Matching that gas. Not happening. But that's not a pure indication of what this defense can do with Dylan Ward.
Rambo, extra feed, ball movement. Ends up with Zed Williams, who bounces it home, and the Whips have the lead.
Zed Williams is increasing his angle. And if you see the ball spinning, once he catches it right here, freeze right here. Look at the plant foot. He gets the defense to bite. When the defense bites, then he goes upfield to increase his angle. It's all about the footwork, the subtleties. Drop the plant foot, get the defense to bite, continue upfield.
And Dylan Ward took an extra step out of his cage as well.
Teammates at the University of Maryland for multiple years. Bernlor's seen that heat before.
Chanenchuk, another Terp with the lefty bouncer. 5-zip run for the Whips.
Seeing a common theme here, Drew. The last 3 goals, all the Whips are moving towards the middle of the field on their shots, as opposed to the first half when they were running down alleys with no angles. Chanenchuk understands if he was a split back right, there's no angle there to shoot on a massive Dylan Ward. He gets to the middle of the field, and with the bouncer, there is success now with the Whip shooters.
And goalie of the year. Ryan Conrad again, the former Who, breaks a stick and scores, top right corner.
This is some strength. Conrad gets into Kamish, and he just owns that matchup. And look at the stick bend. Kamish tries to buckle down with a cross check. That's not happened against 15 in Lavender. And then he hits the far pipe. Shoulder down. Cross check me or not. Swatting him like he's a fly.
Looked like an Alexander Madison stiff arm. It's Terp on Terp. Down low, Keegan Kahn. Guess where? Maryland, the rookie, scores.
I'm a big fan of Keegan Kahn in terms of what he could bring to the Whips offense because he's so two-handed. I've watched him the last few years, this year winning a national championship for the Maryland Terrapins. I don't know if he's righty or lefty. I've seen him do that on both sides. There's some versatility with the rookie in this lineup. The Whips up 2. Curse is a big dude.
Here comes Sowers, under 10 in the third quarter. Sowers gives it up. Here's Hannah again. Extra feed, airborne. Waterdogs score with a second left. Zach Currier.
Talking about Jack Hannah as a Dodger. How about as a passer? We're going to freeze it right here. You have Hannah up top looking at Currier. You see the double team by the Whips. That doesn't matter because Zach Currier is unbelievably patient. He catches the ball, roll it, and he takes the extra step again. He's done that twice today. Whereas most offensive players would be in a rush to get the ball off, he waits, he pauses the extra second, and that increases his angle, but more importantly, it plays tricks on Bernlohr. He can't track him.
2 goals for Zach Currier. His Waterdogs trail by 1 heading to the fourth quarter. Get your popcorn ready.
It's happening. Do you see the pass he made to Currier late in that third quarter? I mean, he's showing you he's got the game.
McCardle applies the pressure and he scores right on the crease. We're tied in the fourth quarter. Kieran McCardle is on the board.
First point of the night. 361 in his pro career. Passes the great Ryan Powell for 14th all time. And that is a sweet move, getting underneath his defender. Chokes up his stick. Like, if you're a goalie, you have no clue what he's doing with this because I don't think he's able to get to his bottom hand. And that's not like a normal release. A little funky. I mean, if he doesn't know what he's doing because his hand is getting flushed to the top near his stick, Bernlohr doesn't.
The shooters on this Waterdogs team are insane.
Kind of crashing the pipes and showing a little bit, supporting the matchup. That's not going to count.
That's not going to count. A whistle blew before Zed Williams took the shot. I think that's an offsides against the Whips.
Yes, it was.
Waterdogs try to take advantage. Sabia, extra, McCardle, down low. Dogs back in front.
It looks like Kyle Bernlohr was baiting or hedging on this shot because look at his stance here. He crouches down and tries to play a little game on McCardle. McCardle catches the ball. He's got the near pipe covered, but look at the location of the shot. Bernlohr crashes down a little bit, doesn't go stick to stick. And McCardle was so quiet up until this fourth quarter. Now he's banged 2.
Waterdogs 18 last week, the next best in the league. Sowers right to the hole. Hat trick for Michael Sowers, and he lost the lid too.
He's mad. Felt like it was a late hit. Didn't I tell you earlier in this game he is not scared to take the extra step and get pounded? 5'8", $165. tough as nails.
That's more like Michael Sowers. He's a nice guy.
Look at this move. The quickness, the change of direction. And Bryce Young, you know, you could argue that's a helmet to helmet. The helmet pops up late, but he's not happy. I think the Whips might have gotten away with one. I have no problem lining Sowers up with a hard hit. But when Young decided to hit Sowers, he left his feet too and went for the head area. Box down, take a shot. I would have pulled the ball out, rolled it into the corner. You would have bled 7 more seconds rather than take a shot that really is not going to fall on Burnlord.
Chanenchuk on the run. It's a 1-point game in Minnesota.
We talked about Keegan Khan having 2 hands. How about Mike Chanenchuk? It's about as two-handed of a player as you could see. In the third quarter, he's on the run towards the middle of the field with his left hand. This time, an absolute gasser to the bottom corner.
James met in Charlotte. Got the screen and got the shorty. Smith back to Rambo. One more for Williams. Increases the angle. Pops it. We're tied! Hello, Jackson Reed. The rookie out of Ohio State makes it 10-10.
Props to Coach Stagnita. In the huddle, you heard him say, put Reed in there. You want 3 lefties. They had 3 righties on the field. They put the rookie Reed, and if you watch him play all those years at Ohio State, this is where he does his damage. Zed with like a desperation type pass. And Reed is masterful inside. The Canadian catches and finishes. We're tied.
Switch it back. On the other side, the bouncer is blocked by Matt Dunn. Earhart is injured. Michael Earhart is down. Kieran McCardle with space. Waterdogs lead. It's a second half hat trick for Kieran McCardle, and that's worrisome for the Whips.
It's not a second half hat trick, it's a fourth quarter hat trick. He was quiet, nowhere to be seen, but the veteran delivers what could be the game-winning goal. Follow 28 in red. Looks like his side or something by his hip. In the feed by Jack Hanna, who is growing up before our very eyes, the rookie from Denver, to get that ground ball, to have his head up. It's time to celebrate, Kieran McCardle. You're on fire.
That shot was sick. Had some spice on it. Nardella wins the draw. Throw it up in the air, and that's all she wrote. Undefeated no more. The Waterdogs hand the Whipsnakes their first loss in 2022.